Hey guys, welcome back. It's Landon here. I'm not going to be really doing this as a public video. I will make this video public, but I'm not really the things I say are not going to be related to anything public or anything related to my channel, just so you guys know if anybody else is watching. I'm building these for a class presentation because it was told to me that I was allowed to build models 3D in Minecraft for what I'm doing. So today I'm going to be building the pyramids of Giza, a gladiator pit, and Mount Vesuvius. So I know all these things aren't really related to one another in any way, but I'm building them because they are things that we've gone over in studying in my class, and so I was told I was allowed to build a certain number of things, and so I'm going to be building these 3 today. So I hope you guys like it. Sorry for any background problem there might be, like, I'm noticing that some of these structures that are naturally generated in the Minecraft world are kind of getting in the way, so sorry if this looks weird, but at the end I'm going to try to polish up a little bit. These are the first 3 pyramids, but it's gonna look good once I finish the full set. It'll make sense whenever I get rid of some of this stuff. I'll have space for everything, and I'll try to polish off these walls and things so it doesn't look so weird, but I'm mainly just going for the pyramids. I'm not really going for the whole background and everything to look just right, so forgive me on that one. I want to apologize for any long periods of waiting because the server's pretty laggy running on my old desktop upstairs, so I have to wait for a lot of these commands to generate these things. But I'm generating the pyramids, and then I'll do a little minor work on the interior, and then I'll try to polish up, see this kind of junk I have to get rid of, you know. But in the end, it'll look pretty good, I think. So you saw there how I had to take a little bit of time there to clear out all that stuff. It took me, you know, maybe 10 minutes in real life, because this video will be time-lapsed once I release it. It took me about 10 real minutes. I'll probably, the time-lapse will be off whenever I'm talking here, so you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. I'll re-engage it after each little bit where I talk, but I just wanted to say that I'm probably going to be doing a lot of little bits of detail at work like that, so you can kind of skip around through if you want to get past all that. If you're just watching the video to grade or judge it, you know, like that's my teachers and classmates, then you can watch the whole thing. It probably won't be, you know, 20 minutes long, 30 at the very most, like, because it will just take me a while to build all this, but I'm going to keep working on it. The weight of that command caused the server to crash, so just give it just a couple of minutes here. I'm going to restart the server, and then I'm going to continue. So I'm probably going to cut that part out, but I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back now. I started the server back up. It's fully running, so I'm going to log back on and continue what I was doing. Sorry for the delay on that. so this is the inside of the largest pyramid. I did not have enough space really to place this, but I was able to clear out the interior of it, and it's actually really dark in here. I just have night vision turned on so I can see what's going on. I'm not really going to do an interior to the pyramids. It's supposed to just be kind of a model build, so I'm not going to actually be doing like whatever is inside of these pyramids. I'm not going to, but I will research that and, you know, mention it whenever I write my little papers about each of these, but I'm not going to like build that, because for one thing that would take too long, and I don't have the resources or knowledge to do it properly. But it'll look cool from the outside whenever it's done as a model. Also, sorry that there's an overlapping of the pyramids here. I didn't really have enough space to space out all of them correctly. Like, these two are kind of, you know, next to each other a little bit too much there. They're kind of touching, but I'm doing my best here to make these look right from a certain angle. Basically, I'm building this all to take a picture. Like, it'll look cool as a model whenever it's done. I just don't have the space for perfection right now, but I can maybe do more detailed, you know, work on it later. But I'm gonna do the best I can with it. Also, for this biome overlap, there's like kind of some trees, you know, just kind of got stuck here because I had to clear out a little piece of this biome to generate the pyramid. So this is glitchy, but like I said, I'm not really concerned about all the angles and having everything look perfect. I'm just trying to make what the pyramids, you know, kind of look like what they would look like in the desert, you know. This is also a little bit off, like this, you know, this whole thing of this like just flat area, you know, is wrong. I'm gonna come back in here and I will do detail work on this part here later, because I don't want it to look like that, because but I'm not really gonna be like trying to fix whatever's behind there. I'm right now going for just like this angle right here. I'm trying to make the pyramids look right. So I'm gonna generate one more pyramid. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller than these two, just because I don't have space to do hardly anything else. Then I'm gonna come in here and clear this out and make it look right. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a fairly small one right here, because I know I've looked at the pictures of the real ones. I know like it should be bigger, but I'm not gonna generate a pyramid over top of all this, like, you know, green luscious area, because that would look really stupid. So I'm just gonna make a fairly small one right about here. It probably won't be as tall as the other two, which will be a little bit inaccurate, but like I said, I'm just gonna go for some nice angle here on the pyramids. Sorry for the little bit of inaccuracy. Just apology for this here, apology for that kind of thing, but I'm not gonna be paying attention to the ultimate details of what's behind the pyramid. I'm just not. I don't really care. But sorry about that. Anyway, I'm going to continue with the last pyramid now. Alright, so I've decided not to hollow out the interior of the last pyramid because I just don't have time to keep working on that, but since I'm not really doing the interiors, it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. I just did those two because it was kind of coming through the pyramids. But as you can see here, I've generated the pyramids pretty well. I've done some work around them. I'm going to come in here real quick and fix up this a little bit, add some naturalness to it. This here, I know it should be much larger. It should be like the size of that one. I just don't have the space to do it anymore. But I'm going to go up 20... No, not 209, sorry, wrong count there, but you can see here's the pyramids, you know, this is the general. I mean, they're quite a bit off, like these should be over here a little more, and that, but, you know, so I hope you guys like them. I'm going to be doing some quick work to fix up these areas since they're a little bit off, but after that, I will show you the finished product. Alright, I have completed the pyramids build of the pyramids of Giza. I have disabled my texture pack just now so that you'll be able to see it in the default texture of Minecraft, and it will save me some lag because that texture pack has a lot of good features. It's a great texture pack, I just don't want to use it for massive builds on a 32 chunk rendering scale because it will cause me to lag. So I'm going to walk through this arch one more time so you see these right here. This is what it's going to look like. Let me put it in F1. So this is the finished product of the Pyramids of Giza. As you can see there, I used some WorldEdit commands and Essentials commands to polish off this area here so it doesn't look so weird as it did earlier. That there is kind of weird terracing, but just ignore it because that's something I'm not going to take the time to completely fix. But these are the first 3 pyramids here because I looked at some pictures of it. I don't know real clearly what it looks like. I didn't look at a bunch of different angles. I just looked at some basics, but from what I could tell, most of the pictures were from an angle that's right about here. And you had 3 pyramids on the front and 3 big ones, like 3 larger pyramids that you can see, and there were some small little bits around it. I didn't take the time to add those because these were the most significant prominent pyramids, but sorry about that. And these weren't like exactly the same shape as the larger ones. They had more of a step pyramid type thing, but like I said, I don't have time to completely make everything look accurate, so I just went with the general pyramid thing since I was able to generate them that way. And like I said, the pyramid in the back here is a little bit small, so you can't quite see it from the rendering distance, but it's there, I promise. So this is the Pyramids of Giza. I'm going to come to one final place for kind of a screenshot angle, which will be right here. I'm going to make it /day so it's bright outside. Come to right about here, but here's the pyramids, you know, it's pretty good. Come right about here, like this, and I will take a screenshot. Alright, so this is the finished product of the pyramids. The next thing that I'm going to be building is a Gladiator pit, and the third thing will be the Mount Vesuvius. And like I said, for most of these things, I'm not going to be doing real proper surroundings. Like, I'm not going to be doing any surrounding land or villages or biome adding or anything like that. So I'm just going to be doing them basically like this, where I'm just going to basically make a 3D model in the correct biome that pertains to it. And I don't really know what biome a Gladiator pit would be, and I'm going to be continuing to use the desert because it seems appropriate. So I hope you guys like it. So on to the next one. You can see here I'm having a little bit of an issue trying to generate these stands here, but these are going to be the stands. I'm going to do some terrain editing in the middle here, and see how there's a lot of holes. I know I'm going to go around and I'm going to fill them all with stone slab. It's not going to be a perfect like staircase of symmetry. It's not going to be like symmetrical by any means. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be, you know, realistic. It's gonna, I mean, it kind of cracked, you know, it's got moss in it and stuff, you know. It's just supposed to look more realistic of like an ancient, you know, kind of gladiator pit thing. So I'm going for that, and after I do that, I'm going to kind of generate some stuff around the edge here, you know, to make it look like it's kind of got, you know, a way to get up in here. And then I'll add like the fences around the side, and I'm going to do like some detail work in here, add like the little pit areas on the side there where people would come in and all that stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get on with it. I was just want to make sure that, you know, I'm not like don't know how to use WorldEdit. I'm just trying to find a way that works here where I can keep it generally symmetrical. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm doing the best I can. I filled in all the holes on the Gladiator pit that were existent because of some world edit errors, but it looks pretty good at the end here. Not the end, but like the end of that particular segment of what I'm doing. I have completed the kind of staircase slash seating area where you'd be if you were, you know, watching the fights. I'm gonna put probably, I don't know which sides for sure. I'm gonna mark this one here on that side, and on this side here, I'm going to be making just a little small duck. You might want to call it like a dugout, you know. No, it's probably not the correct term. There probably is some term. I'm just ignorant. But I'm gonna call it that. We're gonna put like little dugouts right there and there for like the chests. We're gonna put like a chest in there, you know, for where they'd have supplies and stuff, and just have like little details for where you'd be about to fight. This here is just to mark the center, so I can build off of that. I'm gonna be doing some generation commands that are going to might affect the outside a little, but it'll be like underneath there. You won't see it. That are going to make some terrain here. So I'm gonna have a specific type of thing going on here, like it's gonna look like it's been worn and used a lot, and that'll make sense whenever I do it. But I'm gonna generate the inside of the pit, and I'm gonna generate some outer like layer here to make this look correct. So like see, so it looks more like stands, you know. And I'm gonna put some fencing along here. So I'm gonna do all those things. I don't mean to like, you know, make extra time just by slowing it down here so I can talk, but like I just wanted to, you know, be able to tell you guys what I'm doing so that it makes sense. But anyway, I'm gonna continue. Alright, I've completed the stands, like the main part of them. I have completed, these are the stairs slash like sitting area chairs, you know. Well, they're not really chairs, but like they're the stands, you know, where people would be watching the fight. It's not a really big arena, but I added some nice detail work, you know. I put some effort in. It looks pretty good. It's got the nice, it's round, you know. It's got the fencing there. It's got the kind of borderline, so people will be having to fight in here. And I've got this is the center point, so don't mind that. I made this little gateway here. I added some iron bars to the edges there, just to kind of add like a little bit of a sinister quality to it. You know, I don't know, just add some nice detail. This is kind of like supposed to be like a kind of a dirt like, you know, tramped area where people are going up into the stand here area. This is the underside. It's just kind of, yeah, that's where the bottom part is. I'm gonna be generating some terrain type thing on the inside here, building these two little dugouts. We're putting that in quotes, and then I think it will be complete. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Alright guys, I've completed the Gladiator pit. It looks pretty good, honestly. It was a lot larger than I originally, had planned to build it, and I think it came out very nicely. This is the entrance is actually on the other side from where I built like the little intro bit, so sorry for that. That's a little bit of a mistake, but it came out pretty well. I did a nice overcropping here, got some nice details, make it night, got this kind of sinister look to it. Got the redstone torches there with the little torch holders, which is kind of a signature thing. I've seen it done before, so I thought I've always used it in kind of these type of builds. There's the kind of like dugout area there where the gladiators would start, before the big battle, and then everybody would set up here. I put some general stuff inside the chests. I don't know if you caught that because it was time lapsed, but I'm gonna go in here, like, just some general, like, little, fighting weapons and things. And I have done it before. I've made a command block system where you'd have these gates open and stuff, but because I'm not really going to be using this for any actual, like, action roleplay, and it's just kind of a still model, I don't really need to do that. I'm just saying I could. So it's pretty cool, and the same general stuff's in there. So it came out pretty well. Got a nice entrance here. This is just, I just kind of put together real quickly, made some stairs, stuff like that. And I could add NPCs and stuff, but like I said, it's just a still model. I don't need to actually add people or do a fight here. I might in the future use it for that kind of thing, but probably not going to do it right now. So this is the second build. So this is the Gladiator pit here. It'll say Gladiator pit. And yep. So yeah, I worked pretty hard. This one here I'd say was probably more difficult than the pyramids, because those I was able to generate. And don't get me wrong, like, it wasn't really hard, and I did generate a lot of it, so I didn't have to build it all by hand, but I did have to fill in a lot of little gaps and make it look right, add details and things like that I didn't have to do for the other one. This one here required a lot more little detail work. And I could, do more. I could make the stones look right, like have moss in them and stuff, but I don't have time, because I have to still finish the other builds, and I've been, working for about 2 hours now, so I'm going to go ahead and, or the other build, I'm going to go ahead and get started on the third build. Let me real quick give a screenshot angle here so you can just kind of see what this looks like from right about here. This is the Gladiator pit. Right about there. Take a screenshot. Got almost all of it there in one shot. Alright. And I will be going to the next build to get started, so I will see you guys there. Alright, so the mountain that I've chosen to convert, into Mount Vesuvius is going to be this one right here. I considered some of these other mountains here, they're pretty big and they could be potentially good, but there's a lot more around those. This one here is more standing alone, and I can make it larger with the commands you saw earlier. This here will not really be part of it. I mean, it's going to be there, and it's going to kind of look weird to have, we might have some trees sticking out of the rock a little. I'll try to clear that up best I can, but just ignore like the surrounding terrain. It's not in any way related to the actual location. I'm solely building the mountain itself based on pictures that I've looked at and some studying I've done. So this will be Mount Vesuvius. This one here, I can almost do all of it just by generating blocks and smoothing it out, so it probably won't be anywhere near as difficult or take anywhere near as long. I might be wrong about that. There might be some details I have to come back and do some more editing, but I'm gonna do the best that I can to do it without having to do a bunch of that. So I will get started. Alright, so the lava's still flowing a little bit here, working itself out. But this is my completed Mount Vesuvius. I added some obsidian there just to kind of add like that burned effect. I didn't add very much. It's got the large mouth at the top there. So I didn't actually make like I didn't do one of those little arch things with the title card for this one. So sorry for that. But this is Mount Vesuvius. This is the third one. So I'm gonna real quickly show you all 3 builds. First, before I do that, let me do a quick little screenshot angle, just to take a screenshot from right about here. Looks like a good spot. Take a nice screenshot. Let me zoom in here like this, and like that. I'll take one screenshot like that, and I'll zoom out. And I'll take one screenshot like that right there, like that. Alright, so got the screenshot angles on all 3. So this is the first. So this is Mount Vesuvius. So let me real quickly show all 3 of them to you. This is the first build, which was the Pyramids of Giza. Pretty good there. This was the Gladiator pit, and here we are at the volcano, Mount Vesuvius. This is the night view here of the lava. Yeah, it looks great. It's got a nice lighting effect with the lava and everything there. Let me clear all that. Let's zoom in there. Looks pretty good. There's a screenshot angle right here. So those are my 3 builds. I hope you guys enjoyed. For anybody who's watching outside of my class, and for my class, shout out to my lit class, and my teacher's probably watching this to grade the builds, because these are actually for a graded assignment. Huge shout out to WorldEdit. 10 out of 10, you guys, awesome. Whoever designed it, I'm gonna probably put the name and the mod link in the description. But yes, thank you guys for watching. Please sub if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And again, shout out to my lit class, and hi to my teacher. See you guys later. Bye.